So now we're on Westminster Pier with a nice view of the old County Hall and the London Eye just in front of us. So here is our Uber boat, which will take us up to Greenwich. Well, this is a very charming Uber vessel which is about to take us up the Thames. Last time I was on an Uber it was a taxi rather than a boat, but this will be a new experience. A nice view of London Bridge now with some traditional red double-decker buses going over it. And you can just see the dome of St Paul's in the background next to those very tall buildings. And there's a nice view of the Shard in the background. So we can see Tower Bridge out of the window now. And we're just heading to the Tower of London, which you can just see out of the front of the boat. Oh yeah. Looks like the next stop is Greenwich. So we'll get off the boat and have a look round. So we've just got off the Uber boat now and arrived in Greenwich at the Greenwich Observatory. You can see over there the observatory building built by Sir Christopher Wren, and there's some very spectacular buildings down the river in the background there. And here in the courtyard there's a nice statue of Sir Walter Raleigh. And there's a pretty large cruise ship just coming up the Thames now, going past Greenwich. It's a Viking, looks like a Viking seagoing cruise ship actually, rather than just a Viking river cruise. So I've never seen one as large as that going up the Thames before. And it looks like there's a tugboat controlling it from the back. So we're now in the centre of Greenwich town, and it's a very charming little place, almost a self-contained town in its own right really. You can see the masts of the Cutty Sark just down there. Interesting take on the ship in the bottle trope here, not seen one as big as that before. So there's some lovely views of the classical buildings from here. On the other side, looking up the hill, there's the Greenwich Observatory, and the Meridian line is up there somewhere. So there's an interesting juxtaposition of classical architecture with very spectacular modern buildings in the background. It's a rather extraordinary sight. This is the famous tulip staircase, which actually represents lilies rather than tulips. It's an unsupported stone staircase, first of its kind. Having got into the Queen's House absolutely free of charge, the Royal Observatory at Greenwich is actually quite expensive. It's £20 each. So I'm hoping for something very spectacular for that sort of wonga. This is the courtyard where you get very spectacular views over Canary Wharf in particular. Well, this is certainly a spectacular view of the Isle of Dogs and parts of central London. So this is the famous Meridian line, which separates today from yesterday. You can stand with one foot one side, one foot the other side. Well, we're just having a Italian dinner now to round off the day's adventures. I can definitely recommend taking the water bus up to Greenwich. It's a lovely journey and it's a great little place.